Imagine this: endless hours wasted, drowning in tedious tasks, watching other teams zoom ahead because they crack the code that no one else wants to admit. Automation. You feel the frustration burning in your chest every single day as the clock mocks your efforts. You build strategies, put together brilliant plans, but your growth team is stuck, chained to repetitive manual work that kills creativity and speed. The anger bubbles underneath when you see competitors doubling their output while you grind through spreadsheets, emails, and reports by hand. This isn't just a pain, it's a death sentence for your growth potential. Growth teams designed to innovate, to explode new markets, to warp the future, cannot survive by sweating over tasks a machine was made to handle. Now, hear this clearly. Automation is not optional anymore. It's the air growth teams breathe or the water that drowns them. It's the difference between leading markets and being swallowed by them. Teams who refuse to embrace automation tools aren't just falling behind, they are becoming irrelevant. The raw truth? In the next wave of growth, the only teams left standing will be those ruthless enough to strip away every second spent on dumb, repetitive work and inject it with relentless, smart automation. Anything else is daydreaming, but don't panic, because here lies a secret the experts won't scream about. Automation isn't just a tool set to save minutes. It is the beating heart of a complete transformation in how growth teams think, act, and win. You don't automate to keep up. You automate to leapfrog. To create a machine so sharp, it predicts trends before they exist, adjusts campaigns without human fatigue, and scales new ideas at the speed of thought. What this means for you, for your team, is total liberation from the mundane and an immediate gateway to massive results at scale. First, obliterate the idea that automation is just for tech teams or big companies. If you are a founder, investor, or leader and waiting to have enough resources for it, stop. This is a lie fed to pacify you. Start small, start now, but start with a clear, no-compromise focus on highest leverage tasks. Map every repetitive step your team slogs through, from data entry to reporting, A/B testing setup to lead scoring. Attack each with a custom-tailored automation that not only replaces the work, but makes the process smarter every time it runs. This is not about adding more software. It's about rewriting your growth playbook towards relentless efficiency and intelligence. Next, demand your team thinks in automation-first mode. If a step can be automated, it must be automated before you even consider manpower. This is non-negotiable. Push your people to identify bottlenecks relentlessly and chase tools that simplify, speed up, or completely eliminate that work. Feel the frustration burn, but let it fuel the obsession to never accept manual drudgery again. Sick of waiting for reports? Build a dashboard with live data automatically updated. Frustrated with lead routing mistakes? Automate the flow and watch errors vanish. Hate unlocking insights from scattered data? Integrate sources and have AI highlight the signals. Turn every trapped minute into a liberated advantage. Here's a brutal truth most ignore. Automation is not just technical. It is a mindset revolution. It demands you kill sacred cows of human-only work that wastes genius talent on tasks a bot does better and faster. It forces leadership to dismantle old muscle memory and rebuild a culture where every action screams speed, precision, and scale. This cultural shift alone separates growth teams that survive from those that fade away. So don't just invest in tools. Invest in changing how your team thinks about work, results, and the margins for error. Make it so transparent and obvious that every manual handoff or delay triggers an alarm and a call for an automated fix. Now, here comes the revelation many growth leaders miss. Automation unlocks not just time, but a new domain of creativity and bold moves. Once the grind is off your team's shoulders, everyone's brain becomes free to hunt game-changing strategies that crush markets. Imagine your analysts not wasting hours on spreadsheets, but digging instinctively into why certain segments spike or lag, testing unexpected growth hacks immediately, adapting with surgical agility. Imagine marketing firing campaigns that adapt mid-flight with automated optimization instead of waiting for a weekly report and endless meetings. That's the power. Automation lets your team attack growth with an intensity and precision previously impossible. But do not be fooled into thinking automation ends with efficiency. There is a battle raging in growth today between those who simply automate simple tasks versus those who implement AI and smart systems that improve continually. The future belongs to teams that teach their automation systems to learn, to scan massive data, predict churn, discover hidden influencers, and trigger actions before any human even spots the signals. If your team isn't building that future right now, the competition will eat you alive in a blink. You must think about automation like an evolving organism, not a fixed tool, and build continuous feedback loops that improve growth tactics automatically. Most of all, own this truth. Growth without automation soon becomes a futile slog against an unrelenting tide. The world will not wait for teams stuck in routine. Growth is war for survival, creation, and dominance, and automation is your weapon. Feel the fire rise in your chest as you realize what's at stake here. Stop accepting, "We tried to scale, but bottlenecks killed us." Steel your will and command your team to become ruthless architects of time, hacking it, reclaiming it, turbocharging every process. No excuses for sticking to old methods that bloat costs and kill momentum. If this burns inside you, the frustration, the urgency, the hunger to break free, then seize it as your most brutal advantage. Build an automation-first empire within your team. Hunt down every friction point like a predator. Tear out inefficiencies with surgical precision. Let this be your crusade against mediocrity, inefficiency, and stale growth. Because the growth teams that survive and thrive aren't just adapting, they are dominating a new reality where automation turns individuals into legends, teams into machines, and strategies into lightning. It's your time to rise or vanish into forgotten history. So here's the command. Today, gather your leaders, your growth warriors. Declare automation not a choice, but your battle cry. Map your entire growth funnel. Break down every grind. Find the perfect tool or build the perfect automation. Connect systems so they speak instantly and decisions happen in real time. Train your people to think automation first, every day, in every process, in every move. Push relentlessly until manual work is a ghost from the past. And never, ever stop evolving that system into something smarter, faster, deadlier. This is more than growth. This is liberation for your team, your company, and for the future you refuse to settle for. This is the edge that separates the willing from the doomed. Automation isn't the future, it is the now. And if you don't own it, someone else will. One step at a time, one automation after another, remake your growth team into a force that doesn't just survive, but conquers.